retweeted. Hopefully you guys are doing well. You should feel free to comment and say things.
And there we go.
You know, it makes it easier when you click stream and not record when you want to stream something. So we are live. Welcome to today's show. Is it a show or is it just us chatting about whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm Jeff.
And I am David. And this is the Jeff and Jess podcast. Today we're going to talk about a bunch of different stuff, but our headline is Cook is Cooked. School shootings, the EPA, Trump tariffs, and Cracker Barrel. So who's this cook we're talking about?
And how are they cooked?
That's correct. Well, I pulled this story from, what is this guy's name? What is his job? I don't remember his job. He has a job, though. He works for the Trump administration. Yes, the U.S. Director of Federal Housing.
Yep.
There we go. He's referred Lisa Cook to the DOJ how many times now?
It'll be 3 now. It was 2 only for criminal referrals for lying on federal mortgage forms.
But who's hurt by that?
We are.
How? I mean, it's just something.
It's
You just
just
claim
a
in the
white-collar
primary
crime.
residence
I know.
in several different places. I mean, how could that hurt anyone?
That's right. It can't. Not at all.
It doesn't give them any extra benefit, does it?
Yes, it does. It gives them extra benefits.
So that's the problem, is people have been acting like it's not a problem. And the thing is, the reason people do these type of things is to get better interest rates.
Yep.
And to have less cash down.
Yeah, right.
And so
Those
they
are the
take
2 things.
advantage of the system by doing these type of things so that they don't have to pay as much interest on their mortgage and they don't have to put as much cash down. So I think the first referral was she got 2 mortgages within 2 weeks of each other and claimed both properties were her primary residence, which is obviously not true because they're 2 weeks apart.
I'd like to know the mortgage broker she's using because that's a pretty fantastic broker. Because if I applied for 2 mortgages, one right after another, 2 weeks apart, the second one would be
They
rejected
kind of should go after the mortgage broker probably.
as well.
If she used the same one. If she used 2 different ones,
But they still should know about it because it should be on her credit.
that's not on your credit.
Well, the check for the mortgages.
The mortgage is on your credit, but it doesn't state how you got the mortgage, so you're not going to be able to tell if it was a. But I wouldn't put it past a mortgage broker to be like, hey, why don't we just claim it as your primary residence, get you a better rate? They're always looking to get you a better rate, and some of them are kind of shady about it. So then maybe they should look into that too. But that was the first referral. What was the second one? Do you remember?
I don't. And then the third one was just barely for a third house that she did the same thing on. She's not living in any one of them.
Yeah.
She's claiming it as her primary residence, all 3 of them. This one's in Cambridge, Massachusetts, I believe.
Well, and the other thing about this is what they claimed Trump did.
Yes, that's what they
in
New York.
In New York.
Yep.
That's what they claim. He committed mortgage fraud, and we'll bring up this story too. It's just moving in my timeline here a little bit. Keep on talking about her though.
Yeah, it's just not her. Adam Schiff. It's coming out. All of these so-called leaders are doing the same thing over and over and over.
Yes.
And so it's kind of it's the laws for you and not for me.
Correct. And that's what I find funny. And this is something I've realized just in life in general, is when someone who is unethical and likes to lie and things like that, if they accuse you of doing something bad, it's because they've done it. And it's because they're not inventive or creative. And so the only things they know that could get you in trouble are things that they've done themselves that they know are bad.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. And so more than likely, if they're accusing you of a crime, it's something they've done.
Yeah.
Or a friend of theirs did.
Well, Letitia James is a perfect example of that. Prosecuting attorney in the state of New York who created this case. This is, I guess, best
fabricated it.
Fabricated. Created. And her judgment was just thrown out last week as well. So,
well, yeah, we'll talk about that here. Let me pull it up.
Right there.
And apologize. This is a wonderful picture. And we properly hung it in the background for you to give you this nice ambiance as you can tell. So just so you're aware that that is there purposely to make you feel a little annoyed because it's not hung up correctly.
Makes me feel annoyed.
So yeah, the federal appeals court threw out Trump's massive fine. They're saying in this one that it's $364 million, but it was actually closer to $500 million with interest in it and penalties and crap. The court, because the appeals court, because it is a political organization and not a real court, didn't throw the judgment out because of the merits of the case were wrong. It's because it was an exorbitant amount even to them.
Yeah, which is shocking.
So my expectation is they're going to appeal it again and get the basis of the case thrown out as well.
Yeah.
Because if there's no harm, there is no case.
Correct. And the banks said there was no harm.
Unlike with Lisa Cook, there is harm because, there's two things you look at when there's criminal or civil case is you need to prove that you got an extra advantage or you caused harm. And in Lisa Cook's case, she got an extra advantage by committing fraud.
Yep.
So she's cooked. You know what else is cooked? Possibly. I'm
happy about this one because
it's your favorite.
Yes,
you are a vegan. I know you are. You
absolutely.
love your vegetables only.
Yep.
That's all you eat. Don't eat any real meat.
Because
the sad faces of the cows.
I'm a secondary vegan. I am. Absolutely. Because I let the cows eat the vegetables, then I eat the cows.
Okay, there you go. Well, Beyond Meat looks like it might be heading towards Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Its sales are dropping like a rock. Its stock price is down like 92%. And right now, its cash on hand is $117 million, which might seem like a lot to you, but their debt is $1.2 billion. So I don't think there's any way for them to exist long term.
Well, and part of the problem, not just with them, with any of these fake products, is once people learn what's in them and how they have to make abominations and for child sacrifices to make this stuff, it's nobody wants to eat it.
It's not clean.
No.
So Beyond Meat, just to clarify so that we're fully transparent, came out on Twitter and said that no, they will not be filing for bankruptcy.
Yet.
The thing is that's what everyone says
right
before they file for bankruptcy.
Yes.
So the likelihood of them filing for bankruptcy is probably in the 80% side of things. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not at all surprised because not only did it not taste great from what I understood, because when Burger King adopted the Beyond Meat burger, they sold almost none of them. No one likes the flavor, and they're full of all these things. If you are one of those people who think there shouldn't be a lot of ingredients in the food you eat, you should probably look at the ingredients labels
once people
any
found
of their
out,
product.
Even somebody who's strictly actually vegan,
that's true.
They don't like them because of what's in them.
That's very true. Oh. Talk about bankruptcy. Well, this is not necessarily bankruptcy. This is, moral bankruptcy. How about that?
There's a lot of that in Washington, D.C.
I was trying to segue that. I don't know if I got it, though. John Bolton's home got raided. And
his office.
That makes me super happy.
I agree.
And it's not because I am a political hack and I think the Democrats, whoever it is, or anyone who dislikes Trump, should be punished because they dislike Trump. No. The bureaucracy that ran the government and has run the government for decades is so corrupt. Beyond corrupt. You can just pretty much pick any official and probably find all kinds of criminal deeds they've done. So, start with John Bolton, move on to other people as they have been slowly doing. Raid them all, perp walk them, make them look like...
That's what I'm waiting for.
I mean, he was standing out in the outside his house in his underwear or something like that during the raid, which is perfect. Wake him up.
It was at 6 a.m. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do exactly what they did to Trump, except for they're going to have evidence that he did wrongdoing. And they have evidence that he was emailing classified information to people that did not have clearances.
Correct. And that's a federal offense, a serious felony, not a minor thing. So it's interesting. It doesn't mean anything to me until they perp walk him.
Yes and no. The process is the pain. I wish we'd fix it so the process isn't the pain, because we should live in a system where you're innocent until proven guilty.
The process is the punishment.
The process is the punishment.
Yes.
But right now, our legal system is set up so that it is almost just as painful from a monetary and a social standpoint to be accused of a crime as it is to be convicted and put in jail.
Yeah. Yep.
So, might as well.
Like I said, won't mean a thing to me until I want to see people in handcuffs, and I want to see people put in jail. And I agree.
But unlike the Democrats, who tried to throw whatever they could at Trump and made up stuff, it seems like Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are trying to put cases together that will not be able to be thrown out.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh, her too. She's doing amazing.
Released
she's doing some good stuff.
Report this week.
She's doing some good stuff.
That was done by the Obama administration. And in the report, it says, and I'm not saying it exactly, but it says that Obama knew and agreed and helped set up the Russia hoax.
Oh, yeah.
And so it just blew me away.
Yeah, it's he even admitted,
ridiculous. Even in their documents, they admitted it. So I was just,
oh, yeah.
Wow.
Obama was fully in on it.
Yep.
So hopefully a bunch of criminal deferrals. Throw that information out. Show the public that.
And the only thing that'll really stop it, if they get gallows in D.C. and start hanging them after they're convicted.
They're not going to do that.
Let's stop it.
Send them to South Africa with all the
Uganda,
like all the illegals there.
Yeah,
gonna
like the Maryland dad.
Yeah, which he's not from Maryland, so. I don't even have that story on our list. We could talk about it if you want, but
that's okay. We can jump to the next thing.
So, since we're talking about the administration, might as well talk about this wonderful EO that Trump signed.
Trump is the biggest troll. I've said this from the very beginning. He's the biggest troll in the world.
So Trump signed an EO. If you read Twitter or any of the main corporate press, the EO banned flag burning.
American flag burning specifically.
Yes. Yeah. Did it ban American flag burning?
No, but that's what everybody said.
What did it actually do?
It basically said enforce the law that's already on the books that says if you burn a flag, and it's not the United States flag, but if you burn a flag that is intended to incite violence,
yep,
arrest them.
Yep. And then what happened? Like the day after, some guy got arrested for burning a flag. But was that the reason he got arrested?
No.
It's because he started a fire in the middle of a park
with the flag.
With a flag, but it's against the law to start a fire in the middle of a park.
Yeah.
So this guy I follow,
he's pretty funny.
He's pretty funny, but he does a good job of pointing out that this is just a straight up
troll.
And
it's literally what it is.
And it's wonderful, and it's fun to watch. Even some of the supposed MAGA influencers were saying stuff about it. It's like, this shows they
didn't read anything.
The level of ineptitude. Wow, our camel got fuzzy there all of a sudden. Of MAGA influencers. It's just truth.
Well, they don't spend any effort. That's
but
the
truth
issue.
holds up to time. Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, camera, pay attention. Sorry. What I mean by that is if you're someone on online who tries to report the news and stuff, and you're actually truthful and honest about it, then it becomes obvious that you are, because over time, when things like this happen, you show to be truthful and not biased.
Yeah.
But when things like this happen, it shows you all the people who are just chasing clout online or trying to find influence.
Yeah.
So
trying to get their numbers up.
Yeah.
So he put up a great post with it, and
he did a bunch of different posts.
And the funny part about it is that right there.
Yeah.
EO's a giant squirrel for the Democrats.
It is. And a bunch of the fake influencers online.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Some good stuff. What do you want to talk about next?
How about the EPA?
EPA? What are they doing? Anything good? Because I kind of hate them.
I am shocked on what they're doing. So they got rid of this expensive hydrofluorocarbons ban that got implemented by Biden and forces to change everything back. I mean, forced everybody to change to the expensive refrigerant stuff that doesn't really work as well as the old stuff. So I am excited that, because hopefully we'll be able to get toilets that flush, showers that work, going back to the old refrigerants that actually worked way better.
They've removed a lot of regulations. There we go. I got the camera to refocus. I don't know what was going with it there. Sorry. I got distracted. But they've removed a bunch of regulations.
Yes,
They're removing they removed the Obama emission rules.
Yep.
On cars. They've done a ton of things like that, and that should allow innovation to happen and cost of vehicles to go down because production costs are lower, and it's just a bunch of things.
Well, and because we're not subsidizing the stupid electric vehicles that come off the lines. We're not subsidizing them anymore, so they have to be price efficient. And there's only one company, whether you hate him or not, that in the U.S. has a vehicle, an electric vehicle, that actually makes sense to buy.
You're talking about Jeff Bezos, right?
I am. Yeah, Blue Origin. I'm talking about that. You buy that vehicle to take your girlfriend 7 seconds up into space. No, it was 12 minutes or something.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
Yeah.
So Tesla is one of the few. And what's funny about Tesla as well is for all of the haters, and, sometimes I dislike him too, that is the most American-made vehicle.
Yeah. Sadly.
Sadly, it is.
Yeah.
Because he has manufacturing plants in the U.S.
And they manufacture the entire vehicle pretty much.
Yeah, they do. Batteries and everything.
Yep.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about a lot of change. We should talk about, we're going to skip some through here real quick and come back around. Where did it go? I can't find it.
We were talking about Elon, so we could go to the Starship.
We could talk about that. I was going to go to RFK Jr., but we can do Starship. Starship. I thought I had RFK Jr. on here somewhere.
Didn't look like it to me.
Well, Starship's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I love watching those. It's innovation. It's lots and lots of innovation. Oh, I know where it is. Never mind. So you're going to be forced to watch this splashdown footage with us. Because I'm going to have to go back. Wow, that was a roundabout way to get there.
It was.
Because I think it's cool, and if you don't like it, well,
here we go. This looks so fake.
That is the coolest thing about this ship. Is the first time I saw it do this maneuver, I was like, that's so surreal.
Yeah,
so surreal.
Because it looks like the old bad 1960s sci-fi movies. Because it's too sharp.
Yeah.
You're trying to move it down. It looks like they're trying to move the camera down.
The camera's on a buoy.
Yeah, and so it's not doing well.
Oh. So what's awesome about Flight 10, they've had the last two flights, 9 and 8. They've either had to blow up both or one of the ships. And what happens is if things start going bad, instead of letting it go out of control and just crashing somewhere, they essentially self-destruct so it doesn't hurt people.
So it's little pieces falling into the ocean.
Well, they didn't have to do it for this. Both tests work well, and the reason Starship looks a weird color is because they're testing weird stuff on it. They're stress testing it. They pulled a bunch of the heat panels off. They added some weird things, and so they're like, it might make it through the atmosphere. And it did. If you look at here, I'll pull up another picture. If you look at the bottom here, we'll zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, it's all chewed in.
Just here, there's a small explosion that took out some of it, and as it came through the atmosphere, the heat burned it up a little bit more.
And you can see the heat marks on the face of it up there.
So this orange color is not normal. That is something they're playing with some different tiles up here that looks like is what caused it to turn orange. It normally comes through and it just looks black. But it's really cool.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched it re-enter the atmosphere, which is something that we've never been able to see before, because it's usually a signal blackout going through the atmosphere because of all the plasma built in and everything. But with Starlink, because it's above it and not below it, you can literally watch the thing come through the atmosphere. It's one of the coolest things you'll ever see. So you should probably go watch those videos. You don't have to watch the whole thing. It's like 2 hours long, but they have clips. So you just go watch the clips. It's lots of fun.
The exciting part.
Yes. So the only story I have on RFK is related to the school shooting. So we could jump there or we could talk about other things.
I don't care.
Okay. We're going to talk about school shootings. Let me ask you this question first. Does a fork cause you to be fat?
Yes. If I didn't have forks, it'd be a lot harder to eat as fast as I do.
So a car causes you to get speeding tickets.
It does, because if it could only go 5 miles an hour, I would never get a speeding ticket.
I mean,
See?
This is some good logic here.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And a credit card causes you to overspend.
Darn right it does, because guess what? You don't get the bill until 30 days later.
If you didn't know, we're being a little bit hyperbolic.
We could hold up our sarcasm sign, maybe?
As is usual with any shooting, except for Trump's assassination attempt, the attempt on Trump's life.
We still don't know anything about it.
The Democrats come out and say guns are the problem, which they actually are not. So let me get these stories pulled up so I can show them to you. There's a couple different angles on this that we can talk about. So first off, the person who did the shooting was a trans person.
Mentally ill.
No, it was a man who had a mental illness.
Yes.
And if you didn't know, being trans is a clinical mental illness.
Correct.
It is in the DSM, which is the codification of mental diseases. Now, the Democrats want it in there so that they can get treatments that are covered by insurance, but it is a mental illness.
It's also a mental illness of the mother.
Normally, so if kids are trans, which is not a condition, it is because of the parents. It's not because of the children.
She's the one that signed the document to get him to change his name to a female name.
So let me ask you, if you're a psychopath and you like to kill people, is the treatment to allow you to kill people?
Yeah, exactly.
If you hear people, what's that one called? I can't remember. It's not psychopath. It's I can't remember that mental
you hear
disorder.
Voices?
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you hear voices. Is the treatment for that to listen to the voices? If you have depression, the treatment for that
is
to kill yourself?
Is to be depressed. That's
Like
the
to
treatment.
just lean into it and not live
it.
life?
Exactly. Sleep all
The
day.
only mental disorder that I'm aware of, and I am not an insane psychologist because a lot of them are. The only mental illness that is treated by allowing the mental illness to metastasize is what I'm going to call
and telling them to lean into it
is
trans.
Gender dysphoria.
Dysphoria. That's what it's called. Gender dysphoria. Yep.
That's not normal.
No.
The treatment for it is, hey, you feel uncomfortable in your body, you should probably work on understanding that you are made the way you are for a reason.
Well, and that's who you are.
It is who you are, and you can't change it.
Nope, you can't change your genes. And so,
Well, and that was one of the weird things about this case is there's some things came out that the kid, I guess he's not a kid, he's like 20 years old.
23?
Young adult was talking about how he knew he could never be a woman, and he hated it, and all this stuff.
And wished he hadn't transitioned.
And it's just...
It's sad.
It's very sad, the things we're doing to
And
children.
it's come out that the police were at their house 2 separate times and did nothing.
Not only that, the school districts had been asking for increased security
Yes.
funding, and Governor Tim Walz said no.
Yep.
So it's not guns, it's people. And that's what RFK Jr. is going to look into, is there seems to be a link between SSRIs and shootings, school shootings, which I think is something that should be reviewed. And this is one of the things I like about RFK Jr. is he's doing the obvious things. He's looking into the obvious things.
Yeah.
Oh, there seems to be a correlation here. Maybe we should do a study on it and see if there's causation, which hasn't actually ever been done at the CDC or at the health. So I'm excited about that. But it's sad that people ruin their lives this way. And it's sad that political posturing happens like this, because kids got killed because a deranged lunatic was allowed to have a gun, and no one said stop being a deranged lunatic.
Well, he was not just allowed to have a gun. That doesn't.
No, but
he was on their radar. They knew about him, but because he was trans, they didn't do anything to stop it.
Yeah. What was the other one? Oh, and then this stupid crap.
Well, it's just not her. It was a bunch of them.
I know it was a bunch of them, but
liberals.
Don't pray for them. We need more than prayer. Excuse me? Are you not even mentally okay?
They're not.
I mean, they're not. But
they're not.
No one other than the police and the FBI who are directly involved, or the parents and the people at the hospitals, can do anything. Like, no one else can do anything except for prayer, which does change things.
Mm-hmm. And it helps. It's just
so anyone who's saying you shouldn't pray is an idiot. And that leads us into our next story quite well. Canada. What is wrong with you? Lots of things. But they're trying to ban public prayer. In Quebec, just one part, but it seems to be a general thing in Canada that if you believe something that they don't want you to believe, you should be thrown in prison.
Well, there's no free speech in Canada anymore. There's no free speech in Britain. There's no free speech in most countries.
So their excuse here is that they don't like Muslims praying in large groups. So they're going to ban public prayer. And all I can think of is they are too cowardice to actually try to deal with a real issue, and that's Muslims, because they don't want to be seen as bigoted or racist or whatever. So all this law, if it was going to get passed, is get Christians jailed, because they won't jail Muslims because they don't want to be seen as bigoted or racist.
I believe this is where this came from, was the Muslims actually got in the middle of the street and laid their prayer rugs out in the street and stop traffic.
Which is against the law already. Just arrest them.
Just arrest them. Just get them off the street. You don't need to ban prayer. It's not that their praying's bad. It's that they're in the middle of this freaking street.
I had a bunch of people, someone else posted this, and a bunch of people responded with, yes, they should do this. I was like, excuse me, are you just stupid?
Second one on the list.
Yeah, it's just...
They don't understand.
Prayer is a thought crime.
Well, then
in the UK, people have been arrested for standing silently on the street because when asked by the police, are you praying? They said yes.
In the U.S., they've been arrested for the same thing.
Yeah. So let's not ban that. How about we ban people from doing stupid crap? Oh, wait, it's already a law. You can't obstruct traffic. You can't loiter. You can't... just arrest people for crimes. I mean, that's what's happening in D.C. Have you seen the new D.C. crime stats?
Oh, they're amazing.
Let me see if I can pull this up. I mean, that's not what I want to do.
Because he got Trump's into D.C. with the... I kind of like what he's done with it, because what he did is he put the National Guard in there in the safe areas. Okay? So he put the National Guard in the safe areas, which allows the cops to go into the bad areas, and then he's supporting the cops as well. So look at the numbers. This is 7 days. Robberies have done down 46%. Carjacking's down 83%.
Yeah.
There's a lot of carjackings going on.
Do you know? So what percentage of a population of any group of people commit the crime?
It's like 4 or 5%. Some
It's
very
actually
minor.
less than that. I think it's like 1% or less.
It's a very small percentage of the people that
And if you
actually
talk
commit
to
all the
any
crimes.
cop,
Nationwide,
if you talk to any cop who generally patrols the neighborhood, do they know who
no,
commits
they
the
know
crime?
exactly who the problems are.
So all you have to do is empower them to arrest them
Yeah.
and have DAs who will prosecute them.
Yep.
And that fixes it.
They still haven't got that part fixed in D.C.
Well,
Trump's going to have
they're-
to throw out the whole courts.
He's working on it.
I
He's
know.
made some good inroads. Made some very good inroads. What do you want to talk about next?
Rubio. Let's do that
Rubio?
one. Yep. This is an interesting thing, and the reason it's interesting is because of why he's banned them. They've been banned, the Palestinians, from coming until they renounce Hamas and what they did
On
September 7th,
October 7th.
October 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until they renounce it, they can't come in,
That makes sense.
which is fantastic. I mean, yes, you can't renounce that the murder, the rape, and the strangulation and the killing of young women and children is evil. You can't say that it's bad.
Then you are not welcome
Correct.
in polite society
Correct. At all.
whatsoever. So yeah, when he was a senator, right?
Mhm.
When he was a senator, I wasn't really that much of a fan
I
of him.
thought he would be a miserable failure.
He has
and
been amazing.
He has been
so good.
amazing. I am shocked.
Oh, he's had so much fun in that job, or one of his 3 jobs.
Yes.
It's, it's been great. It's been great. Another legal thing. So that's probably going to get challenged in the court, I'm sure. Well, I guess
No, they can't.
I guess that one can't get challenged. Well, some DC judge might be trying to figure out, or New York judge might try to figure out how to do that.
It's probably
anyway.
too late because he's banning him from coming to the UN. He's banning him from coming to the U.S. for the UN meeting.
Yeah.
And
Let's see what happens,
Yeah.
So, talking about stupid judges, an appeals court has said that Trump can't tariff.
Yeah.
Which is just a complete horse crap. This was Trump's response. At what point do you just say, try to enforce it?
Well, the Supreme Court has actually come out this week and, in an unusual statement, criticized the lower courts and said, you cannot keep ignoring our orders. You cannot keep going against what we say. And so I thought it was interesting. Now, what they can do, the Supreme Court can actually do some things about it,
Mm-hmm.
but so can our Congress and
Yeah,
Senate. But they're useless.
Yeah, and there's stupid reasons for them being useless, but that's why we'll jump to this story. I have hope for the midterms because of this.
Yes.
Redistricting. Thank you, Gavin Newsom, for being such an absolute moron that you motivated the governors of other Republican states to redistrict to remove even more of the Democrats' political power.
Yeah. It's
Because it's not only, this one is Missouri.
Yep.
And then we've got, wow, I can't do this very well. It's like, it's the first time. I've never live streamed before, Missouri, Texas finally signed theirs. There's one, I thought there was another state that was looking at it. Oh yeah, it is Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Oh no, this is different.
Well, but it's not. It's the same thing.
It's the opposite. This is a Democrat state that the Supreme Court has said, guess what? You can't racially discriminate.
Not yet.
Oh,
Louisiana, the Attorney General of Louisiana is asking the Supreme Court
Oh, okay.
to ban using race as a consideration in redistricting.
Which I think it will be banned.
I think it will too, because it's illegal. And so that is going to get rid of these really weird shaped districts because
Yes.
you can no longer use race to keep a black senator.
So there's
or a
lots of
black
positives because I think
representative.
if Trump had a much better majority in the House,
In the Senate.
you're going to still have the
Idiots.
rhinos and the wishy-washy Republicans.
But they won't matter.
But they won't matter because you'll have enough that you can
Yep.
start impeaching judges
Yep.
and forcing people to resign.
And with
and such.
this, they're asking, if I remember right, they're actually asking for expedited, which means that the Supreme Court, if they agree, won't wait until June to issue their ruling. They'll issue their ruling basically as soon as they're done or as soon as they feel like it.
So it's looking good for the future. I mean, I just saw Mel Brooks is coming out against, not Mel Brooks, Mel Gibson. Mel Brooks he's dead, isn't he?
I don't know.
He's much older.
Actually, I don't think so.
Oh,
because
okay,
he's
okay,
doing a
maybe he's
movie.
not.
I'll
Mel
have to look.
Gibson, though, he lived in the Palisades in California.
Yes.
And so he's going after Gavin Newsom quite hard. And I think because of how terribly Gavin Newsom has run that state, if he tries to run for president, he's going to have a lot of rich people come out and just trounce him.
Yeah. Mel Brooks, by the way, is 99.
He's
and
not
still
dead?
alive.
Wow, he's doing good.
I'm shocked.
I am shocked too. Very shocked. All right, we'll get into the bottom of the barrel here, but
No, we're getting to the fun ones.
we are getting to the fun ones. These are fun. So there's 2 states. So DC has been such a massive success that the mayor of DC, who told Trump not to do it, has come out and said
Why, he's doing a good job.
he's doing great. I
Thank
like
you
this.
for helping.
You're making me look good.
Yeah.
Except for he's not. He's making her look real bad because he's saying, "Oh, you said you couldn't, but I did it because you could do it."
You just didn't want to.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the governor of Maryland has said Trump is welcome to come help.
Come to Baltimore.
Please do.
Baltimore's
Baltimore,
a
yeah.
hellhole.
Please come to Baltimore and help. And that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Please do.
Yep.
But also we have, who is this? Labor Secretary of Oregon has also said
Begged.
we would like Trump to come help.
Yep. Oregon's was such a pretty state and still is.
It still is
gorgeous
pretty,
state,
except for all the people.
But it's just the cities have turned into
It's kind of
just-
like San Francisco, Los
Yeah.
Angeles, all the other
Yep.
other cities that they geographically they have great weather or they have great views or they have all these awesome natural things, except for it's a cesspool because the politicians running it don't enforce any of the laws.
and the people put them in place, and that's the second
Yes.
part.
But I think what Trump's done in DC is similar to what he did with the border. Is people have been saying for years, it can't be fixed this way. You have to do it this way. You have to do it this way. You need new laws, blah, 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 because they've used it as a campaign tool. We'll fix it if you elect us because we got to do X, Y, Z. And all he did is come in and say, actually, you're completely wrong. If you just enforce the laws that are on the books, guess what?
Yep.
Crime goes down. People feel safer.
You pull that, even if it's 5% of the population,
Mhm.
that is the criminals. If you pull those off the street, guess what? Crime goes down by 90%.
We'll leave this one to the end. Yeah, it does. It's well, that's why I wanted to talk about that because people don't realize that the such a small percentage of the population are the ones that create all the crime.
Yeah.
And they're repeat offenders. And this is what who is the guy? It's not Argentina. It's El Salvador. The president of El Salvador. I can't remember his name. Starts with a B. But whatever.
Yeah.
He realized this and arrested tons and tons of people.
Yeah.
And they're one of the safest countries in the world now
Now, yeah.
because of that. And so I am a huge fan of due process. But also you should probably
Excuse me.
do the process.
Wow. Yeah.
So this is one of the oddest stories that I saw this week or last couple weeks. So the U.S. government captured a cartel boss and seized $15 billion of cash. The U.S. government did this, by the way. The Mexican government didn't help in any way at all. And then the Mexican the not governor, whatever her name is, president of
President.
Mexico, came out and said, well, you should give us some of that money.
Yeah.
She's just
She's a wonderful person. Let's just say that.
like, I understand where she comes from because half of her opponents were assassinated. So many political leaders who are running for office get assassinated. So the likelihood that she is, if not 100% controlled by cartels,
If she
is at
has-
least mostly controlled by the cartels. It's pretty high.
She doesn't have clean hands.
Yeah, no, not at all. Or she'd be dead.
Yeah, sadly.
So I understand that, but also this is just the dumbest thing in the world. Yes,
You might
we'll
as well
share
ask for
some
it.
of the stuff we were able to get from a cartel person that you didn't do anything about because we're so good at our jobs. It's just
It's funny.
the more you work in the real world, the more you realize that most adults still act like children, and it doesn't matter what level of success they've achieved or what position or title they have.
They're
The
just,
majority of them are still just as mature as children.
yeah, sadly.
And that's kind of what that...
I did see somebody post on
Demonstrates.
X today, and I don't remember who it was. They said, you don't mature as an adult until you have children who are dependent on
100% sure. Well,
you. You know, it's
there's two things the way I see it. One, marriage helps you mature if you are actually going to the marriage in the right perspective where you're supposed to serve the other individual and they're supposed to serve you, right? So that's how marriage is supposed to work. And that forces you to mature because you have to think of someone else's needs higher than your own. And then when kids come into the picture, the same thing happens if you do it properly. Now, there's tons of people out there who don't do it properly and don't mature at all. But the majority of people who have kids realize that there's this massive obligation that you have, and now you have to submit yourself to caring for them and putting their needs above yours, and that helps humble you, and you see the world so much more clearer because of it.
Yeah.
So I agree that it normally does, but there are exceptions.
Of course,
because
there's exceptions to
terrible
everything.
people out there. Terrible people.
I'm of the opinion you shouldn't be able to be in the government without being married and have kids. Because
Well,
if you don't have kids, you don't care for the future, really.
Well, that and the maturity aspects of it also, we need to work on changing our culture. Because our culture used to be, you get to age of maturity, you get married, and you have kids, and your spouse and your kids are all part of the way that you succeed in life.
Yes.
And now it's flipped where you're supposed to succeed and be successful
Before
before
you
you get married and have kids,
Yep.
which is completely antithetical to any real life. Like, there are people who are millionaires who don't have any kids. But the most successful people, by and large, are ones that have families because it allows you to mature in life and understand how to deal with people, difficult situations. And it gives you, as a man, it gives you a better motivation for wanting to succeed. So it's just completely backwards. Completely backwards.
And we got some good news here in
Locally
Utah,
to us.
in Utah, local to us, today.
The city of Riverton, Utah, which you guys have no idea about, except for the mayor, Trent Staggs, ran for Senate. So you may have heard his name. But they're going to be partnering with ICE, and I'm excited about that. Now we just need Salt Lake City to do so. Well, no, we just need ICE to just raid Salt Lake City.
Yeah, exactly. And get rid of the 400,000 plus illegals we have in the state of
Yes,
Utah.
please do. ICE, if you're listening to this, which you may or may not be, please come to Utah, please.
Yes.
I saw what you did in LA with traffic. Can you do that here? And the last kind of silly and ridiculous story of the day. If you didn't know, Cracker Barrel changed their logo.
If people didn't know this, they're dead.
Well,
Because
possibly.
this was such a big thing.
I should probably find the logo change that they made first.
Well, they just got rid of the
Yeah, but
cracker
you gotta
and the
show.
barrel.
Where is it?
Right
There
there.
it is. Perfect. So we're going to change their logo to this, which is silly
already
because
did.
the color is different, and the both colors. The yellow is different color, and the Cracker Barrel itself is a different color, and they got rid of the guy in the barrel, and it's weird. Why would you do this? Spend entirely too much money on it. And so the CEO first came out and said, we've had very good feedback. We've had lots of positive things. I know, she was a woman. She didn't sound like that, but
I hope not.
she was just as pompous, though.
Yes, she was.
And then they decided that they're reverting to the old logo now. In addition, though, this is the thing that I was happy about when I heard.
Yeah.
They took down their Pride page.
You know what they did at the beginning, though?
What?
They didn't take it down. They deleted it and just moved it to another section in their website. And then
which
it got found immediately, and then
massive amount of backlash.
And then they really got backlash, and then they've actually taken it off. And they said they're going to quit funding it as well. And that was the other thing that Cracker Barrel was doing, was funding the drag shows for kids. They were funding all of this LGBT crap.
Yeah. So I think that's a happy, uplifting story to end in, because some people feel like Trump's not doing enough. And no, he didn't cause this, but because he was elected, you have a cultural shift.
Yeah.
And I am not tired of winning, but it's also really nice to just enjoy these wins.
Correct.
Just enjoy it.
And on that note, enjoy your life.
Well, enjoy it, but also, if you liked it, you should subscribe.
Yes,
also, if you disagreed with us on anything, feel free to leave a comment saying so, and I'll comment on that saying you're wrong. So there you go.
And I might comment saying nanner, nanner, nanner.
So like and subscribe, share with all your friends, random people on the street. See a guy in the store, be like, hey, watch this.
Yeah, there you go.
Because that's the best way for you to help us reach more people and get more influence and have more fun. So, all right.